Should you start with Essentials Kit, the Starter Kit, or one of the hardcovers for D&D? Well, this is a quick review. I'm going to go over the Essentials Kit, the difference between those, and what I recommend for starting off with. Okay, so first off, the Starter Kit is great if you have never played a role-playing game before, totally new to D&D, never played D&D at all, total 100% noob, then go with the Starter Kit. It's got a great starting adventure, The Lost Mines of Phandelver, and it lays out all the rules. I would go with that. Now, if you have played D&D before, now it may have been just once, or if you watch people play D&D, if you have just a little bit of, if you're a little bit familiar with it, even if you've never played 5th edition before, then I would probably recommend the Essentials Kit. It's not as total basic as the Starter Kit. So this is good if if you've played before, even if it's been a long time, even if it's not 5th edition. This is just going to be more recent. So they're essentially both starter kits. This one is just a more recent edition, and it's got the Dragons of Icespire Peak, which is a really great adventure, and a lot of people prefer that over the Lost Mines. Okay, so I'm going to open it up for you and go over the contents. Okay, so it comes with your dice. Okay, you got your polyhedra dice. Comes with a little thing to hold your cards. It has a lot of different cards, and I'll go over those. You've got your adventure, the Dragons of Icespire Peak. Now, initially I thought this was like just kind of a mini adventure, maybe get you level 1 through 3. No, this can get you all the way up to higher levels, and it's very streamlined. So even if you're gonna dungeon master, okay, it's like the role of the Dungeon Master, and it tells you session 1 is creating your character. So it really is great for a beginning Dungeon Master, and it just lays everything out for you, makes it super easy. It's got references to the different pages. If certain characters partake upon this quest, you go to this page for that little mini quest or whatever. Okay, so really great adventure here, Dragons of Icespire Peak. And then you've got your cards. You've got a ton of different cards. These are really great. I think more experienced players probably wouldn't use these or don't need these, but I think these are great for beginners. You've got magic item cards, and it kind of goes over what they do. Okay, you've got quest cards right here. I think quest cards are probably good for any adventure. Initiative, probably not needed, but you have it. You've got basically, someone, basically their condition, if they're poisoned, prone, stunned. So these are like combat cards. And then you've got instructions. You can hand these out to your new players, combat step by step. So you've got the steps. For that, you've got, again, those are conditions. You've got character sheets right here, character cards. These are sidekicks for your non-player characters, magic items. So you've got all these, and you can keep those right in there. You've got your rule book. Now this goes over basically your, the different races, classes. It goes over combat. You've got spells. Now it's nowhere near as in-depth as the player's handbook hardcover is going to be, but this will get you started right here. You've got a little Dungeon Master screen, and what I mean, most are like a little taller, so this is kind of a little short version of it. But again, this is a good Dungeon Master screen for a beginner, for beginning DMs. And then you've got some pre-printed character sheets, so that's always nice. You can always go online and print these out, or you can write them down in a notebook. You can go totally old school, like, again, it was back in 1st edition when I was playing all the time. I actually play tested 2nd edition before it came out. Okay, and then you've got a map of the Sword Coast right here. So this kind of folds out. So this is really nice. So this takes place in the Forgotten Realms. So you have different realms. You've got Greyhawk, Forgotten Realms. You've got Dragonlance. You've got Ravenloft. Okay, so that's what is included. Now, I would go probably with this regardless. This is just a great kit to have. And then I would probably go and get, if you're going to be player's handbook, the hardcover. You've got the 2012 or the for 5e, you've got the 2012 edition, or you've got the new one that just came out in 2025. That one, I like how that's laid out better, but I think I still prefer the 2012 rules. A lot of people are doing kind of a mishmash of both. I mean, they're both 5th edition. The new 2025 is maybe 5.5, but little changes here and there. A lot of people do a mishmash. There's some things that people don't like about 2025, and it fixes some things in 2012, but then it breaks other things. So you can go with either, and really either should be fine with this. And then also, if you're going to be a dungeon master, then you would need the player's handbook, but you would also may need possibly the Dungeon Master's Guide, and you always want to get the monster manual. So you'd be more book heavy with us. But anyway, this is the Essentials Kit. I totally recommend it. I love these box sets. I started, my first box set was a Holmes Basic Edition. I got it in 1980. It's the one that's the monochrome cover. It's the first box set. No, it's the first basic set that A&D, the first basic set from TSR for D&D. Before that, they had the individual little booklets, and there was a box set with those. But those are like really expensive. They all are expensive right now, all the classic ones. But anyway, D&D Essentials Kit, totally recommend it.